Welcome to today's matchup and Swinehart Field as Shelby Township TV brings you a matchup between the Romeo Bulldogs and Eisenhower Eagles in Lacrosse. I'm Dominic Santina bringing you this game, and we will see the 7-8 Ike Eagles take on the Romeo Bulldogs. They have faced each other one time over the season. It was an 8-5 win for Romeo over Ike, so Ike will be looking to get back some revenge here against Romeo. And they have won. They lost their Ike lost their last game by a final score of 12-2. And then they won against Anchor Bay 14-2. So they're looking to kind of get back on track here. A little above average season as they come, a little below average season, excuse me, as they come in at 7-8 on the year. Little coin toss here to start the game. Romeo will be in the red uniforms, and Ike will be in the white with the blue helmets. Looks like Ike will be starting in the left-hand side of the field here and will be moving to the right. Romeo will be in the red uniforms, like I said, moving from right to left. We will have 4 12-minute quarters, and we're going to get ready for the opening face-off here at Swinehart Field. Once again, Romeo Bulldogs versus Eisenhower Eagles in lacrosse matchup. I'm Dominic Santina. Officials getting ready, and here we go. Romeo's going to win the opening face-off here, and they start making room down the sideline as it's number 34, St. Clair, with it. And now number 24, Fryman, driving towards the net, and he scores. It's going to be number 24, Eric Freeman, on the goal. And it's 1-0 Romeo. Just 15 seconds into the game, clock still at 11:45. Eric Freeman drove the right side of the crease and flung it in there. So a goal for Freeman off the start, just 15 seconds in. And here goes Romeo again, right up the middle, and flings it way high and wide, was number 34, Brian St. Clair. And he was very frustrated about his throw there, and he's quickly going to come out in a line change. Romeo, very early on, making line changes here, bringing new people into the game, making switches. Number 3, Caleb Simon with it, now passing it off to his teammate, number 16, Seth Hoytmeyer. Shot and a nice save there for Eisenhower. Passing it up. Tip, still not controlled. Ike trying to get to it, up into the air and out of bounds. It goes to Romeo. Romeo controlling it, running downfield. Scheinman with it right now, giving it off to number 24, Freeman. Looking to try to get a second goal on the day here early. Throws it towards, trying to find his teammate, number 32. Could not find him. Excuse me, that was actually number 33, Samuel Smith, he was looking for. Over the stick of Smith, out of bounds. Now Ike has the ball. They're going to run up the field. Fornari looking. Now passing. Going behind the net is number 6, McLean. Moving it around, it's going to come to number 7, Carson Riggs. We got a stop and play and a timeout by Eisenhower. Just before 2 minutes into this first quarter, Eisenhower's going to call a timeout. It was Freeman just 15 seconds into the game getting Romeo on the board. Eisenhower not liking the start that they are getting to begin this game, so they're going to call a timeout, talk some things over, and try to change their strategy of how this game has started.
Okay, we know that.
It's a little scary without them. You know it's a little scary when they ask the kid. I know, you never know. And then you don't have any idea until you're out there. And you're going to hit them.
Romeo breaking the huddle.
I will say Anthony actually
Eisenhower about to.
something on, because we had an issue with Lena one morning, arguing of course, and then Anthony posted on Twitter and said something like, your parents
All of you think your parents are idiots or something.
Here comes.
But they're not. But you're the idiot. They're not.
It wasn't that bad, but the basic thing was.
Here comes Eisenhower out of the huddle.
It was kind of a compliment. I was like, wow.
And they got the ball in possession is number 7, Carson Riggs. He's going to give it off, move it around a little bit, looking for a shot and wide. It's going to stay with Ike as number 12, Anthony Fornari, took the shot wide of the cage. And now Ike's got it from the near side of the field. Thrown into number 17, Kyle Need. Now to number 7, Riggs. Out front of the net, shot high and over the net. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Ike. Romeo's got it. Number 77, Stanley, trying to clear it. He loses it. Now he's got to circle back. Heavy pressure from Ike. They get the turnover, and they're going to reset the offense here. Get it over to number 7, Riggs. Now he's going to drive the net, and he throws it right over the top. It goes out of bounds. Romeo's going to tip it, so it'll continue to stay with Ike. 9:10 left to go in the first quarter. Here comes Ike. Heavy pressure here in the attacking end. Romeo not letting them get through at the moment. Riggs passes it over, trying to work it around the perimeter. Riggs has got it back. Now he's looking, letting the offense set up. Now he's going to attack. Heavy pressure. Number 17, Corilla, takes him down. And now here comes Romeo the other way. And it is Corilla running downfield. He gives it off to his teammate, number 33, Smith, just outside his reach. He struggles with it, keeps it in bounds. Now he's way down deep in the corner and in the near side. Going to go around towards behind the cage, out front. He's got his teammate on the right-hand side there. That's number 34, St. Clair. Good movement here is now Shimon going to take it to the side of the net, right out in front, and a nice save. Out front, and here comes Ike the other way. Here comes Ike the other way. Riggs right out in front. It's a goal. It's a goal for Anthony Fornari. Makes it 1-1 at the 7:48 mark. So that is just over 4 minutes into this game, 4 minute and 12-second mark. Ike gets back on the board with Fornari's goal. Took him 4 minutes to answer Romeo, but we're tied at 1. Romeo controlling the face-off again here. And it's 34 St. Clair running down the near side. Now giving it off to number 6, Elverson. Number 16, Van Hoytmeyer, throws it to behind the net. Looking for something out front. Heavy pressure from number 14, Geely, for Ike on defense. It's back to St. Clair. Getting pressured is Romeo. Looking for something, trying to be up front. Pressured, and Ike causes a turnover. Now it's loose. Battle for it. Ike picks it up. Behind the cage, heavy pressure, and they're going to break out of it. And look out. Here they go. Gorgorich with it. Evan Gorgorich running down the field. Now behind the cage. Thinking about making a move towards the net. Here he goes, circles around in front, and it's a goal. Evan Gorgorich with the goal puts Ike up 2-1. Gregorich with the goal. He circled the net, came out in front, and blew it past Romeo's goalkeeper. 2-1. .5:32 into the first period. Number 13, Anthony DeLitto, with a shove on the faceoff, gives it to Romeo. Now here comes Romeo. And it's number 24, Freeman, who scored their opening goal. Now passing it off to his teammate behind the cage. Out front, here comes Freeman. Driving the net, heavy pressure. 5 people on him. He still has it. Now he's getting pressured, backing up. Heavy contact, and he gets it off to number 3, Caleb Scheinman. Freeman tried to bounce it in there and bounces it wide of the net. It's going to stay with Romeo, however. On to number 16, Seth Van Hoytmeyer. Looking for some room. Now he's going to come towards the net. He's going to throw wide of the net. Luckily his teammates back there behind it. Keeps it in play. Shimon going to work on it. Looking for some room to run and some help. Circles. Now he circles back towards midfield. He's going to bounce it over the net and out of bounds. Going to stay with Romeo, though. 5:22 left to go in the first quarter. 2-1 Ike lead. Into Van Hoytmeyer. Some contact there from number 42, Nicholas Price, for Ike. Giving him a couple checks. Now in the back. Good pressure here from Ike. It's Price again back there. Excuse me, that's number 49, Ricky Rios, supplying the pressure, and he gets a turnover. Ike gonna have the ball now. Gonna give it up to number 20, the goalie, Matt Bean. Now he gives it off. Here comes Ike on the attack again, looking to add to their 2-1 lead. Behind the back of the crease. Now deep, Joe Jennings has it. Now to number 21, Tony Sumner. Moving it around the edge here. Working the clock here is Ike. Sumner with it. Joe Jennings going to switch off here. It's now number 12, Fernari, who has one of the goals for Ike with it. He's going to drive towards the net, draw some contact, getting hit hard, and now going to pass it off to Sumner, who loses it for the moment but gets it back. Now he loses it again. It's on the ground. He takes a dive. We got a push on Romeo. It's going to stay with Ike. Quick switch for both of them. Here comes running on the field was an Ike player, number 23, Vaughn Shewell. Couldn't handle the pass, but luckily he got it back. Got a flag on the play.
Romeo penalty, number 88. Nathan Raz.
We got a penalty on Nathan Raz for Romeo. That'll put Ike a man up here. Looking to add to their lead. Gonna move it around here. Trying to work fast. McLean getting the ball now. He's looking to shoot. Now he was looking for his teammate, number 12, Fernari, and he couldn't get it to him.
No, I just completely forgot to drink any water today.
Goalie Lefebvre for Romeo getting it. Now he throws it upfield, and Romeo on the attack now. Getting pressured is number 12, Edward Fanos. There's a whistle on the play. We got a Romeo timeout with 2:25 left to go here in the first quarter.
That's right. The Eisenhower Eagles.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's all you're playing?
Nope.
Just turn it again.
What is that?
It's the bell, the toll of the bell. Trying to get the parents like that. Kids are like, what is this crap?
No,
Exactly.
not Anthony. Anthony knows what it is.
No, Matthew told me to play this song.
Yeah, Anthony knows what it is.
Yeah, Anthony.
Here at Swinehart Field, Ike leads 2-1 over Romeo here in a lacrosse matchup. Romeo has the ball right now, about midfield, and it's number 24, Freeman, who has the lone goal for Romeo with control right now, cradling it, heavy pressure from the Ike defense, and now he has to back up and try to get it over to Shimon, who's going to try to drive the net for Romeo. Going to the left side, got a lost stick and an advantage for Ike. Going to take possession. Here goes Bean. He's going to take off the goalie, running with it upfield. Fake, risking it. Oh, and a big cross check there.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to go to Ike after that hit.
Come on.
And it's a goal. It's Fornari again.
Nice.
Eisenhower goal, number 12, Anthony Fernari.
Some of our seniors.
That was a sweet shot.
Fernari's second goal of the game. This one with just a minute and 48 seconds left to go in the quarter puts Ike up 3-1.
If you saw the stupid move,
Yeah.
you might have
You
been
guys
saying
weren't
this.
here. I was here and I was so mad.
You might have been saying this.
That was funny. I laughed.
It was funny. We chuckled.
Nobody gave a
We were
crap on
like-
that game.
we
You
were like,
might
nope,
have said
you
the
just
same
learned that
thing.
one. Yeah. Yeah. He got a little too cocky.
Face off one here by Ike. Big hit coming from Romeo. But Ike going to stay with it, running up the far sideline. Pushed out of bounds, but thrown upfield to keep in play. Advantage Ike here as Fernari's got it. He's already got 2 goals here in the first quarter. He's looking for some teammate help here. He's going to sling it on over to Gregorich, who has a goal as well. Now on to number 7, Riggs. Getting pressured. Now to Gregorich. Out of Fenari. He's going to drive the net, and he lost it. Same move he almost had with his first goal, that time out of the stick. Ike still has it, though. Good pressure from Ike here, trying to make it 4-1 as we're under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Out front looking for Gregorich, no good. To the rescue comes the number 47, Bradakis. Braddock's has got it. He takes a hit, he goes down, he stays with it. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think that was a weak.
Calling a push on Romeo. Braddock's went down as he was driving towards the goal. Refs are going to confer for a minute. First indication was a push from the near side referee. They're conferring now on what to do. Romeo already has had one penalty here today. And they're going to call a penalty on number 7. That is Michael Boyer. So another man up here for Ike. Gregorich with it now. Moving it around, looking for some room to run. Got Romeo pinned in deep, and a bad pass is going to let Romeo break out just a little bit. 9 seconds left to go in the quarter. 6 seconds as it goes out of bounds. Clock will stop. Ike with possession. They'll wait to throw it in, and that'll run the clock out. That ends the first quarter. 3 goals for Ike in response to the initial goal from Romeo. You're watching Shelby Township TV. We'll be right back.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shedbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shedbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
I'm Dominic Santina back at Swinehart Field for a lacrosse matchup. Eisenhower was able to jump on the board. They were actually down in this game early thanks to a Romeo goal by Eric Freeman. Just 15 seconds into the game at the 11:45 mark. And then it was Ike taking over with Fenari grabbing 2 goals. One 4-minute and 12 seconds in and one 10-minute and 12 seconds in. And then it was Gregorich with the goal in between Fenari's 2 goals. It's 3-1 right now for Ike, and we're going to switch directions. Romeo going to be going left to right in the red uniforms. Ike in the white uniforms going right to left. But right now it's pressure here for Romeo. Looking in deep in front of the goal. Nice save by Bean on Romeo. Now he's going to take it out, and he gets it blocked. Now he's got to hustle back to the goal. Here comes Romeo the other way, and it's intercepted by Romeo. Here comes Romeo the other way, and it's Fernari with it right now. Staying out wide in the alley. Now behind the crease. Out to number 33, Gregorich. Behind the net to Fernari. Here he goes. He's made this move a couple times. He dekes, comes around the net. He's going to shoot, and it's saved. That was Lefebvre. He wasn't phased that time. Fernari's almost got him a couple times. This time he was there for it. And here comes Romeo the other way. It's number 24, Freeman. Running upfield. He has the lone goal for Romeo. Defense collapses on him. He loses it, gets it back. Now he's going to pass it off to his teammate who has trouble corralling it. Now he loses it. We got a penalty coming here on Ike. Number 33 for Romeo, Smith, took a hit. Penalty on Ike here.
Eisenhower penalty.
It's going to be on number 14, Geely. That's Eisenhower's first penalty, so Romeo will be able to go up a man here, try to get back on the board. 10:09 here in the second quarter. You're going to get it in to number 3, Shimon. Here he comes circling the net. Now out front. Working it around the net here is Romeo. Good passing here. Shimon loses it. Out front, it's still on the ground. Kicked out in front. Ike going to scoop it up. Here they come. On the run. Off to number 6, McLean. Now over there to Fernari. He's been the man so far for Ike here today. We got a penalty that's going to go turn it over to Romeo. And now they're going to get it to Lefebvre, and he'll fling it downfield to his teammate. Here comes Romeo. It's Shimon. Here he comes. Going to slow it up, let his teammates set up. And they're going to make a switch. Get some freshmen on here for Romeo. Shimon trying to find room to work. And we give it off. Here comes Romeo, far side of the field. It's number 16, Van Hoytmeyer. Now Shimon. Shimon with it, looking for work. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to go to the left side and wide of the goal. That was Caleb Shimon trying to put a shot on net. It was heavy pressure. It's going to stay with Ike, though. Excuse me, it's going to stay with Romeo. Ike switching a few new players in there. Comes Romeo behind the net. Now out front, number 6, Elverson. Shot from deep, bounces over the net. Shot was taken by Van Hoytmeyer. Just going to stay with Romeo, though. Here they come again. This time to Shimon, to Van Holtmeyer. Back to Van Holtmeyer. He's looking to fling it from deep again. Just thinking about it. Passes up the shot. Gonna pass it off. Nice save. And they score. Looks like it. They're gonna say he's in the crease. That's what the official's gonna call. Looks like they're gonna wave it off. It was Freeman once again. Well, a little confusion on the field, but after we sorted it all out, it looks like Freeman is going to get his second goal of the day. He drove the crease, was aggressive with it, persisted, and was able to beat Bean. So Freeman with his second goal of the game. At about the 7:40 mark. Here in the second quarter, and we just got word from Romeo Stats, it's 46th goal of the year. Pretty impressive. Here comes Ike the other way, trying to break it out. Heavy pressure, and they'll get it to Bean. He's gonna fling it down the field. Almost turns it over. Lucky break for Ike, though. Here they go. Even bigger break. Still pushing it downfield. No one's picked it up yet. Romeo finally got it. And then it was almost turned over by Romeo. Here they come the other way. It's Freeman running up midfield. Looking to attack the goal again. Flings it way wide, not even close. It's going to go to Ike. Going to launch it downfield as Bean. Bouncing ball across midfield. Picked up by Fernari. Here he comes. You got to stop and play. And a timeout by Ike. 6:25 left to go in the second quarter. 3-2 Ike. It's 3-2 Ike on top right now. 6 minutes and change left to go here in the second quarter. Freeman for Romeo, the only one so far to score here in the second quarter. He scored the opening goal of the game. Then it was 3 straight Ike goals, 2 of which came from Ike attackman Fernari. And then it was Freeman, like I said, here in the second quarter to get Romeo back on the board. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. Ike on the attack now, looking to try to get back on the board. Moving it around here, trying to find an opening. Over to 47, Brad Akis. We got a whistle and a penalty coming. There's been 2 penalties to Romeo so far, 1 to Eisenhower. We're waiting for the call here. Seeing who's going to run off the field. We got a couple substitutions, but it looks like there's a substitution there. Waiting for it. It's going to be a penalty on Romeo. Couldn't quite grab the number for you. And excuse me, we got it from the PA there. We'll grab it real quick. It's Nathan Raz, the penalty for Romeo. So once again, Eisenhower a man up here real quick. They were trying to go to number 7, Riggs. He couldn't hold on to it. Now he's got it back. thinking about taking a shot and decides to pass it up instead. Good ball movement here from Ike. A shot, and it's wide of the net. Shot was taken by Tony Sumner. It was tipped by the goaltender, number 44, Lefebvre. Shot here wide again. That one was taken by Carson Riggs. It's going to go out, and it's going to be tipped again by Romeo. So Ike will continue to have the ball here with a man up 3-2, trying to extend their lead. Gregorich, who has a goal, trying to get in there. They love coming from behind the net. Good attack there by Romeo. Picked up by Fornari, though. Now he loses it. Staying with it to Gregorich. The two that have scored goals today. Thought about it, now he's going to think better. Now to Riggs. He's going to drive over the head. He was looking for Gorjeski. Here comes Romeo the other way. Driving up the sideline is number 17, Correa. Keeps it in play. Now it's going to be a penalty coming. We got a push from behind on number 21, Tony Sumner. So Romeo, whose penalty is now expired, will go a man up. They're down 3-2 with 4:06 left to go here in the second quarter. Samuel Smith has it for Romeo right now to number 6, Chase Alverson. Alverson has it right now. He's going to take a shot and a save by number 20, Matt Bean. He's done a pretty good job over there in goal so far today. Romeo with it right now. Caleb Shimon takes a shot, but Bean again with the save. Now he's getting pressured. Gonna get it upfield. We got an informant from Ike that Bean was not normally a goalie. He's a fill-in for right now. He's played the last 3 games as goalie. He's done a good job today. Now it's Fornari over there for Ike. Shot for Ike. Tried to bounce it in there high and way over the net as 21 Sumner came off his penalty, took a shot and bounced it a little too early, way too high and hard, but it stays with Ike. Here goes Fornari again, somehow staying with it. Scrum down there by the goal, and Fornari almost had it. Now it's kicked around. Romeo looks like they'll have it. Here they go, trying to break out. Getting it to Freeman. Now he's going to get hit hard. He somehow stays in bounds, makes a spin move towards the center of the field. Looking for his teammate, lost it. Still trying to find it. Still can't pick it up. And it's finally number 33, Samuel Smith with it. Looking for some room. Heavy contact, getting checked hard by number 14, Geely. On the move is Freeman. He's going to take a shot, and Bean with another save. Freeman going to watch it go out of bounds. It'll be Romeo ball. Freeman got it. We're under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. St. Clair with it right now for Romeo. He's looking to go on the attack. He's making a run towards the net. Ike defense meets him there, and St. Clair loses it. Here comes Ike the other way. Pass a little behind for Ike, and it's scooped up. We got a Romeo timeout with 1:20 left to go here in the first half. 3-2. Ike leads Romeo. Romeo in possession right now, moving left to right in the red uniforms. Number 33, Samuel Smith with it. Now moving is number 18, Austin Young, and he throws it wide of the net. He's going to stay with Romeo with 57 seconds left to go here in the first half. Got a couple substitutions coming on now for Eisenhower. Romeo going to take it, and it's Smith. Throwing it across, looking to score here, try to tie up this game before halftime. Thinking about a shot from out deep. Here it comes, shot, and a nice save again by Bean. He's going to get it out to number 57. Scrum. Romeo's got it. 20 seconds left to go. Now it's Ike with the ball. They're going to hold it and be content. We got offsides on Ike. That'll turn it over to Romeo with 12 seconds left to go. Freeman going to make a run downfield, try to get a shot before halftime. 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's not going to be in time. And that is halftime. Eisenhower holds on to have a 3-2 lead at the break. I'm Dominic Santina. You're watching Shelby Township TV. We'll be back for the second half.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played. We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Because I love sports. I've been involved in educational athletics all my life, and I like to give back to the kids and the athletes and the parents and the schools.
And there was guys that were nice enough to do it and volunteer their time when I was a kid coming through school, so I'm just paying it forward.
I like the things that officiating gives to officials: confidence, decision-making abilities, be able to work in teams.
You can be a referee.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shedbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shedbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
Welcome to Swinehart Field in Utica, Michigan, Shelby Township TV's presentation of Eisenhower Lacrosse taking on Romeo Lacrosse. I'm Dom Santina, and it's a 3-2 Eisenhower lead as we start the second half. It started off for Romeo as number 24, Eric Freeman. 15 seconds into the game, put Romeo up 1-0. Then it was Eisenhower coming back with 3 straight, started by Fernari as he scored his first 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the game. Then it was Gage Gregorich, Eric Gregorich, who scored 5 minutes and 32 seconds into the first quarter. And then it was Fernari again with 10 minutes and 12 seconds in just before the first quarter ended. That made it 3-1 Ike at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was pretty quiet, except for once again, it was Eric Freeman who added his second goal of the game 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the second quarter. That put us at 3-2, which is where it ended at halftime. We're about ready to start the second half. The third quarter underway. Romeo in the red uniforms going right to left. Eisenhower in the white uniforms going left to right. And right now it's Freeman who has 2 goals on the day with the ball. Passing it off to his teammate as number 34, St. Clair, will go for a switch. We'll get some fresh teammates in there. Right now, Shimon has it in control. Looking for his offense to set up here. Trying to run a screen in front of Bean, who's been pretty solid back there for Eisenhower in net for just his 3rd game. Here comes Shimon. Trying to find some room and some help. Looking for Freeman just to the outside of his outstretched stick there, and it'll go out of bounds. Eisenhower ball. Here comes Eisenhower, and it's Bean running out of the net up close to midfield. Now here comes Eisenhower, and it's Fernari with the ball right now, slowing it down just a little bit. Watch for him to try to make this same move where he goes behind the net, will circle the crease and try to fling it out front instead. However, he'll give it up to his teammate, and they're going to try to make this move. Here comes Ike out front, trying to get to the front of the crease. Is Gregorich. He can't get it, but it's back to Fernari. This is right where he likes it, in this area right here, but he's going to be pushed out wide. Now we got to push from behind, and it's going to give an advantage to Ike as they have it right now. Fernari going to come out just a little bit, out to the alley. Taking his time. Here we go. Fernari to Gregorich. Fernari was the intended recipient of that pass there, just a little wide. It'll be Romeo ball. Close game here. 3-2 our score. Here comes Romeo up the field. Long pass. Right into number 8. Gomes. A little confusion there. Gomes going to go and get it, though, behind the net. He's going to circle, look for his teammates out front. Nothing. Now he's going to bail it out. Looking for Freeman. Here goes Shimon. Trying to get it to Freeman, but Gomes is going to get it. Now he's going to give it to Freeman. Freeman looking for the hat trick. He's going to launch it wide of the net. Out of bounds. It's tipped, though, so it's going to stay with Romeo. Going to get it in. And it's stolen by number 14, Geely. He's going to run up the field here for Ike. Get it up to midfield. Ike on the move now. They're going to get it to Fernari. Pass, no good. Trying to get it to number 42, Price. Now they're calling it against Ike. It's going to be Romeo ball. Here goes Freeman. Here goes Romeo. Shimon lost it. Here comes Ike the other way. Pushing fast up front. Getting it to Gregorich. Now back to Sumner. Sumner was the one pushing it up the field. Now he's going to pull it out and let the Ike offense set up. They try to plan an attack here on the Romeo D. Inside now. They were looking for number 6, McLean. Couldn't get it to him. Now Romeo coming the other way. Getting a shove there. Checked a little bit. Checked a little bit more here from 47, Brad Akis. And we got a penalty coming. Gonna take a shot as Freeman tried to take a shot there. It's gonna go on Brad Akis. Raddick's gonna get the penalty, so it's gonna be Romeo ball now. The man up. 30-second penalty for Ike. Romeo got to take advantage here, and look who they're gonna go to, Freeman. Now to Shimon. Moving it around here, trying to get the Eisenhower defense moving. Shimon or Freeman, I'm guessing, is the one that's gonna want to take the shot. Freeman scored his 46th goal earlier. Thought about a shot there from Romeo. Still moving it around. They're going to give it to Freeman now on the side of the crease. Not a shot taken yet, but good movement now. Freeman airmails it way downfield. Almost an advantage there for the forward of Eisenhower. We'll stop it. Romeo still a man up. Here goes Eisenhower. Running down the field. We got a timeout again. This time by Eisenhower with 7:24 left to go here in the third quarter. Eisenhower trying to draw up a plan here. The overtime or the penalty has to be coming to an end here real quick. So coach coming up with a strategy for when this timeout does end. What exactly they want to do. They're only up 3-2, not the place they'd like to be. They've had a couple rough games this season. But when it comes to it, they have a chance to win this one. They're 7-8 on the year. They had a big 10-9 win over Grosse Pointe North in overtime earlier this year. And it is senior day today, so a couple of those seniors that they asked what their favorite memory was, that Grosse Pointe North win was one of them. They're trying to hang on to a 1-goal lead right here. Bring them back to 8-8 on the year. Still on penalty kill here for a few seconds. Here comes Ike. They got it with a side out over on the far side of the field. They're at about the 15-yard line, about 5 yards from the goal line extended. Here comes Ike. They're just running the clock, and they're waiting for their teammate to get back on the field. They're using time management here, and here they go. Even strength now. Looking out front, going to take a shot, and it's saved. Braddock's came back on the field. And that's what they were waiting for, was Eisenhower. They were waiting for Braddock's to come back on the field and even it up. They wasted time. That's what they drew up in that huddle. Run the clock out, let Braddock's come back in. And then they took a shot. It was blocked. Romeo with it, and now they got the advantage. And it's Freeman with it. He's looking for a hat trick. More importantly than his hat trick right now, he's trying to tie up this game. Romeo in control, getting pressured hard behind the crease. At the goal line extended, now running towards midfield. Here goes number 16, Van Holtmeyer. He's getting pressured hard from Sumner. Then Holtmeyer circles back towards midfield. Sumner gives him a check. Now another stick check. Van Holtmeyer dumps it in deep. Now they're going to get it to Freeman. Freeman at the goal line extended on the left side. Pressuring Freeman hard. Now 3 defense collapse on Freeman. He's still carrying it, cradling it around. Shot there from Romeo, going to go wide of the goal. It's going to stay with Romeo. Here goes Freeman, and he missed it. He had a good shot, but he missed it wide. Goes out of bounds. Here goes Romeo again. Going to set it up, try to get a run for Freeman again. Meanwhile, Ike steals it. Bean's going to get it. He's going to throw it up. Pass no good. Bouncing around. Out to midfield, and Ike's got it, and on the run they come. Here comes Ike, thinking about a shot, going to give it up to Gregorich. He shoots, and a save by Lefebvre. Fernari comes and gets the ball, sets it back up for Ike. Now on the far side, Ike towards the goal, it's Riggs. Setting up the play again is Sumner. Cradleant now making a move. And turn towards midfield, takes a check, gets run into by 2 Romeo defenders. When that happens, he loses it. He was looking to make a pass. Riggs heavy on defense, trying to get it back. It's going to come out to number 6, McLean. He's going to throw it up ahead. Here goes Ike making a move. Gregorich has it, and he shoots, and he scores. Evan Gregorich, his second goal of the game.
Eisenhower goal, number 33, the second of the game, Evan Gregorich.
First goal of the second half, Gregorich. 3:50 left to go here in the third quarter. It's at the 8:10 mark here in the third quarter. That goal comes, and it's a big one from Gregorich. It's his second, but more importantly, it puts Ike up 4-2 over Romeo. Gregorich now with 2, and Fernari with 2. Now Fernari with it behind the net, looking to set it up, trying to add to the lead and ride the momentum they have right now. Betty with it, now giving it off. 2:43. 42, it's going to be Nicholas Price with the goal, and it makes it 5 6-2 Eisenhower. That's the third player to score for Eisenhower. And back-to-back goals all of a sudden. Just 34 seconds apart between the two goals. This one at the 8:44 mark. Nicholas Price with the shot. And another face-off coming. Scrum out front. Romeo's going to win it eventually. And now it is Freeman with it. Now he's going to throw it out back for Romeo. Romeo got to pick themselves up after letting up 2 straight goals. Here comes Shimon. He lost it on the way through. Ike gets it, and here they go. And can't pick it up. Freeman finally trying to pick it up. Still can't get it. Ike's going to pick it back up. Here they come. Heavy pressure. Shimon pressuring for Romeo. Takes a swipe. Can't get it. And here comes Fernari. Penalty on the play. And a late hit there from Romeo. So we got a penalty on the play. So we got an interference call on number 3, Caleb Shimon.
Romeo penalty. Interference, number 3, Caleb Shimon.
So Romeo with another penalty. It's going to put Ike a man up once again. Here goes Ike. Game going to get a little chippy here as Romeo's seeing it slip away. Pass. Looking for Fernari. Past his stick. Again, now it's Romeo and goalie Lefebvre gonna fling it downfield over his teammate, and that's gonna go out of bounds. It's gonna go back to Ike, so just that quickly, Lefebvre could not hit his teammate, and Ike's got the ball back. Here they come. They're gonna come on the run. Avoids a man, does number 49, Rios. Now he's gonna come down the field, looking for his teammate. Sumner knocks it down, gains it off the bounce. Carson Riggs, now Sumner, now out front. Moving it around. Shot from Riggs, and he scores! Number 7, Carson Riggs on the goal, makes it 6-2 with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. They're going to give an assist to number 18, Gage Georgeski. This one comes with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. It's the 10-12 mark in the quarter. Romeo again with a face-off win here. And it's going to go to Freeman. Freeman scored a goal in the first quarter and a goal in the second quarter. He was the only one to score in the second quarter, but since then, Romeo, no offense, and Freeman's been their guy. Ike's defense has been able to shut them down. 6-2. It was 3-2 after halftime. 3 unanswered goals here for Ike. Freeman with a shot, Bean with a save, and Freeman's down. He's going to get up hobbling. He's got to come off because of the being hurt on the play. So he comes off because of the stoppage in play due to an injury. So now Romeo, without their top leading scorer right now with Freeman. Eisenhower has the ball back again. Bean looking, thinking, now walking upfield. He's going to take off, jog with it. Gets to near midfield before he gives it up. Now here comes Eisenhower. And here Romeo able to steal it. And now 44 Lefebvre up the field, and is going to come to number 12. Fanos, who's now in the game. Now pressured over there in the corner, stolen by Ike. Here they come. It's going to be on to Jack Meddy. He's going to run up the field, getting pressured. Tried to shove out of bounds. Here he goes. He's got to break towards the goal. Now he's going to go to midfield. Going to take a hit, looking for help now. He's pressured hard. He loses it. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Romeo with it. Now lost, still in Romeo's possession. Number 14. Irafate had it. Late hit. Clock expires. We're going to go to the end of the third quarter. We have an injury timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Shelby Township TV.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shedbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shedbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played. We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
To Shelby Township TV's presentation of Eisenhower Lacrosse taking on Romeo Lacrosse. I'm Dom Santina. It's a 6-2 lead for Eisenhower as they broke out here in the third quarter. The halftime score was 3-2 Eisenhower at halftime, but then it was Gregorich getting his second goal at the 8:10 mark in the third quarter. Price added a goal for Eisenhower at 8:44, and then it was Riggs at the 10:12 mark with an assist from number 18, Gage Georgeski. Makes it 6-2. Brodakis was the one that went down right before the quarter ended. He came up a little shooken up, went to the sideline. There was a penalty assessed to Romeo. Not exactly sure who it was on. If I can catch it at some point, I will let you know. So right now, Eisenhower is up a man and up by 4 on the scoreboard, trying to add to the score. Remember, Romeo beat them 8-5 earlier in the season. Sumner loses it. He's going to come and run and get it. Number 7, Boyer with it right now to Sumner. Now to Boyer. He's thinking about a shot. He's going to pin it in deep. Now moving around. Boyer going to take the shot, and it's wide. Fernari went after it. He's going to keep it. Here it goes into Gregorich. He's got 2 goals. Fernari has 2 goals. Sumner giving it off to Griggs. Griggs has a goal. Moving it around. Griggs has it now. Now to Sumner. Shot by Gregorich. What a shot, and that's his 3rd goal of the game. What a goal to get a hat trick for Gregorich. He was on the side of the goal, near side, and whipped it in there. What a shot. That goal comes just 57 seconds into the 4th quarter. And it now puts Eisenhower up 5 for the time being. There'll be a face-off here. Once again at midfield. So Evan Gregorich with the hat trick. And out of all the goals, the 3rd one the most impressive. Here comes Romeo trying to get back into the game now. At one point, you have to think they're kicking themselves. They were 1 goal away from tying this thing, and they had heavy pressure before halftime. Now they're down 5 goals. One of the reasons is the man with the ball now, Bean. Been solid in the goal. He gets it up ahead. Here comes Ike again on the attack. Right now, it's number 33, Gregorich. The man with the hat trick has it. Now he gets it off to Griggs. To Sumner. Going to keep moving it around. It's a goal. That's Fernari, his 3rd goal. So the 2 men that started the game off with a hat trick now, as Fernari gets a goal.
Number 12, Anthony Fernari, his 3rd of the game.
So Fernari with a hat trick and Gregorich with a hat trick, but more importantly, 8 goals on the board for Ike now. And makes it a 6-point lead for Ike. 5 unanswered goals after halftime. The goals coming less than 40 seconds apart for Ike. And they wouldn't. Romeo going to end up getting the faceoff. It looked like Sumner was going to get the faceoff, but couldn't hold on to it. But it goes back to Gregorich as Romeo lost it. So Gregorich and Fernari with hat tricks on the day. Price and Riggs, the other two to score for Ike. Romeo back to even strength now. Here comes Sumner now with it, spreading it out a little bit. Now to number 6, McLean. McLean gonna drive towards the net. He wants a goal, and he misses it just to the left. We got a whistle, and it's gonna go back to Ike. Here comes McLean. On to Sumner. Sumner's got it now. Moving it around. Now on to Riggs. Sumner. Eisenhower spacing it out and keeping the pressure on. Here comes Sumner with another shot, and he misses that one wide. Sumner now going to go off for a change. Ike still with the ball, keeping the pressure on Romeo here. Up 6. 8:47 left to go in the game. Riggs with it. He's going to go towards the goal now. Give it up. Looking for Fernari. He's going to scoop it up. Now give it on to Gregorich. To Sumner. Moving it around. Down to Georgeski. Now around. Ike just working the clock, setting up their play. Here comes Sumner again. He's taking the last 2 shots for Ike. Now he's going to take another one. He bounces that one high and wide over the net, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Ike once again. Now they're going to change the call. It's going to go to Romeo. Romeo going to have it. And now it's 44 Lefebvre, the goalie, who has possession of it. He's going to walk it up slowly and now launch it downfield over the head of his teammate. It's going to roll downfield a good way. Still no one in possession of it. We're going to get a push, and it's going to stay with Romeo. Sam Smith with it right now. There's Freeman. He's going to pass it on to Smith. Smith's still trying to fight for it. He scoops it off. Smith going to roll to the right side of the net. Freeman gives it up. Now it's Shimon. Taking quite a lot of contact there, but he stays up. Now Shimon charging in. Good defense by the Ike, not allowing him to come in. Here comes Freeman. He takes a shot. It's blocked. Now he's going to take some contact. He's going to go towards the net, take another one, and it's wide left. And Shimon and Freeman a little frustrated, looking for a call. It's going to stay with Romeo, though. Freeman did have that knee injury earlier, so it's good to see that he's back out on the field. Freeman has been the offense for Romeo, and there's a penalty coming. It's going to be on number 42, Nick Price. So it's going to be a man up for Romeo. Romeo with a man up now, still down 6, 8-2 with 6:40 left to go in the game. Romeo held scoreless since the 7:40 mark of the second quarter when Freeman got his second. Just shows you how stout Eisenhower's defense has been since the second quarter. Freeman going to give it up. Van Hiltmeyer thought about taking a shot, decided to give it up. Now he gets it back. Moving it around. Gomes with it. Now giving it off down in the corner to number 33, Smith. Around the net, here comes Shimon. Shimon goes down, stays up. Now he gets it towards the net. Bean saves it. And here comes Ike the other way. Running backwards, not going to get it off. Up ahead, here comes Ike. Romeo steals it. Taking some contact, goes down, no call. Romeo defense grabs it, still up in the air, no one can grab it. Finally, it settles down in the hands of Romeo. We got a call. They got a failure to advance call on Romeo, is what the call was. Goes against Romeo. Ike with the ball, and now Sumner has it. Right now it's in the stick of Brandon McLean. Offense keeping heavy pressure here in the second half for Ike, and you have to think that they want to work the clock a little bit here, up 6. For Ike, the clock can't run out fast enough, up 8-2. That 8-5 was the winning score for Romeo when they played earlier this year. Shot coming out front, and a save, but no, couldn't find it. Fernari had it in his feet. He took a shot and lost it on the shot. Now we got a whistle, and they got an advantage going towards Romeo. Freeman with it now, just on Ike's side of the 40. Now he's going to run across, lose it, regain it. Here he goes, running into the Ike defense. Now looking for Smith. And he's going to go out of bounds. Ike ball. Here goes Ike. On to Rios. He's going to run upfield, now up to Sumner. Taking it downfield into the attacking zone. Under 4 minutes left to go in the game. Over to McLean. Brandon McLean. To number 21, Tony Sumner. Ike kind of just playing catch out here now as number 47, Braddix has it. Now on to Sumner. Working the time. Sumner down to McLean. Back to Sumner. Not too much movement here from Ike, just passing it back and forth on the edges, in the alleys, behind the goal line extended, behind the crease. Fernari's not done yet. He wants another one though. Pass. Past Gregorich back to midfield. He's going to scoop it back up. No one there to pressure him. Romeo defense playing tight near the crease. Braddock's giving it to Fernari. Save there by number 44, Lefebvre. Ball going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to Romeo. The ruling there is because even though the ball goes out of bounds, Romeo was closest to the ball when it went out of bounds, so it's their ball. Freeman upset with the call. Runs over a guy. No call. Here comes Ike the other way. It's number 27, Luke Devereaux. And it's starting to get a little chippy out here. We got a penalty coming. I believe it's going to go on Freeman. Got a penalty on number 8, I believe. That'd be on Deontay Gomes. He gets a penalty. And it's possible number 7 might be getting one as well. No, number 8. Number 8's out. He's got a penalty. Just waiting. There's 2 flags thrown on the play. There's also a flag on Eisenhower. It's number 27, Luke Devereaux. So Devereaux and Gomes, each with penalties. So neither team will get a man-up advantage here. 2:30 left to go. Eisenhower up 8-2. 5 unanswered goals for Eisenhower, which have led to the lead. Now we got a stoppage in play here, because I think the refs are still trying to sort things out. Freeman gonna have it here from the stoppage. Now the Eisenhower coach talking with the officials about what exactly was going on in the play. So that's why play is completely stopped right now. So now they've let Devereaux come back on the field. A lot of confusion going on in the game right now. Either way, Freeman has it. He's going to attack towards the goal. He's going to lose it. Not quite sure what was going on down there with the officials' call, but regardless, a scrum for it. Freeman battling for it. He's going to get tripped, catch it, and they're going to say an advantage going towards for Romeo. Romeo going to fling it in. Going to give it to Smith. He's going to run down the alley here on the right-hand side, getting pressured hard from Gregorich, who's going to get it. And he's almost out of bounds. We're going to say he did step out of bounds, which will give it back to Romeo. Under 2 minutes left to go in the game. Romeo with a 6-goal lead. Smith has it for Romeo. Eisenhower up 8-2. They rejected Smith's pass there. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Ike ball. It's going to go over to Romeo. They initially signaled that it was Ike ball. It's going to stay with Romeo instead. They're going to have a penalty on DeAndre Reed. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Two penalties on Eisenhower now.
Second Eisenhower penalty, number 49.
On number 49, Ricky Rios. Both of them talking off to the refs. Gregorich is going to come out. Romeo scores. And it's going to be the third one for Freeman. He now has a hat trick. All 3 goals for Romeo. And all that confusion, Freeman gets his third with 1:45 left to go in the 4th quarter. At the 10:15 mark, so Freeman with a hat trick, Gregorich with a hat trick, and Fernari with a hat trick. 8-3 the score. Going for a face-off here. Here goes number 34, Brian St. Clair. He loses it though. Here comes Ike the other way, and it's Sumner getting it off to McLean. Now out back. Ike content to sit on the 8-3 lead for the time being. Fernari with it right now. We got a timeout. Eisenhower coming out of the timeout and got some good information during the timeout about they were reminding the players under 2 minutes to go. You cannot take the ball into the box, which is from the 30-yard line to the goal line extended and back. Inside that blue line you see right below the 3 in 30, you have to keep it, once you take the ball inside the box, you cannot pass it back outside, otherwise it'll turn it over. So Coach Fernari there looking to remind his players about that rule with 2 to go, as Gregorich has it now. He's going to bring it inside the box. So remember, they cannot pass it back outside the box unless they turn it over. Gregorich looking to attack, but he's going to pull back out. They're looking to run the timeout here and come away with an 8-3 win. Make themselves 8-8 on the season. Gregorich takes a hit. A swipe there from number 88, Nathan Raz, on Gregorich, and He's feeling it right now behind the net. Took it right to the ribs. Good swat from Raz. Raz now going to come off the field. They called a penalty on Raz. So it's going to go back to Ike. So that hit on Gregorich, Raz gets a penalty. Ike will maintain the ball. And Ike just working it around the perimeter here. In the alley. Sumner passes it on to Riggs. Now deep back. It's now Gregorich with it. Out front over the head of Riggs. Back across midfield. Seven seconds left to go in the game. Romeo has it. We're going to try to make one more charge, but it's not going to be able to do it. Ike's going to be able to hang on 8-3. And they'll move to 8-8 on the season. They have one more game next Friday against Dakota.
Final score, Eisenhower Eagles 8, Romeo Bulldogs.
Thank you for watching today's presentation. It was Freeman with the hat trick who started the game. Ike had Fernari, Gregorich, and Fernari again in the first quarter, making it 3-1. Freeman added his second for Romeo to make it 3-2 at halftime. In the second half, it was all Ike. They took over in the third quarter. Gregorich got his second. Price added one. Riggs added one. Made it 6-2 at the end of the third quarter. And then it was Gregorich and Fernari adding a hat trick apiece for Ike, followed by Freeman at the end of the game, getting his third for a hat trick. That ends the score with a 8-2 final. Thank you for watching Shelby Township TV. I'm Dominic Santina. Good night, everyone.